The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the running back. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Under fire. And the quarterback pulled up two and sacked at the 12. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Georgia going up tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little time. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Quarterback adapting. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in there.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
near the sticks. It's Meadows. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Meadows. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Shakes off the defender. He has the first and still on his feet. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the ground game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Skips away from pressure. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They give it to him again. And he's dragged down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback goes goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Washington. Looking for the end zone. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he crushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of room to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks up the 1st down. Turning it on. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Buys a little extra time. He's in open space downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Steps away to find some room. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Alabama! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
You never know how it happens, but it happens. Defenses lose sight of those big... huge pass-catching tight ends. You could tell there, maybe bit on the play fake a little bit too much. Lost him for a second. He takes care of the rest and gets the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. TCU has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 14 to Miami. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Hussein. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Loose in the middle. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. There he goes to the right. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown tie. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Leaves it with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. On the move, he fires. Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Rush is on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Got his man. There he goes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll go back to the ground. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Georgia looking to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, he'll throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Going right and going deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on first down. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
This quarterback part of their running game. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
He rifles one deep to the left. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
To the ground, he's got it again. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs.
He wants to go deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes that Alabama offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Georgia Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Pressure coming. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The option look. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Fires to the tight end. On his feet at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Alabama rolling quickly downfield. Set up with another first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. Touchdown, Alabama! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
38, Georgia, 21.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Dogs want to crank the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And it's caught. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They get to him as he throws. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Going with the ground game left. Got room to work. Got the first down and more. Oh, a lot of space. The 20. Touchdown tie. And the pummeling has started. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Mississippi State. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
So now it's second and long. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through the tackle. Still running at the 40. He's into the open down the middle. They get him down with this offense to set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, get a tackle for a loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on third and goal. Here we go, here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Oh, they're after him. Back swinging for the goal line. He will be stopped. Couldn't turn the corner, and the defense makes the play.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Finds his tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. Wide open spaces. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. Man, they're taking advantage right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He's looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Touchdown, Dogs! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the first. Running free. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
52, Georgia, 28.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Throws to the back. They're working that left side. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Right down the middle. He's got it.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking to throw. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing.
Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Georgia! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away.
Georgia, 34.
Bringing it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he makes the extra point. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Pocket breaking down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me,